nothing left to say. I mean, they've practically covered everything that I could think of. So before I even begin, one thing I want to make clear, we are in no ways at a higher spiritual stage. If anything, we're lower, because we're the biggest hypocrites on the face of the planet, because we are telling you, do this, this is right, this is what Guru Sahib said, and we don't follow it. So we, in some sense, need more help, need more Sangha than you guys do, right? They say, if you were illiterate and you never went to school, that's fine. If you went to school for 30 years, if you go to Gurdwara Sahib on Sunday for 30 years, and you still remain illiterate, there's a problem. There's a big problem going on over there, right? So, we are one group, one Sahib Sangat, one Khalsa Panth, one Davis SCA, one group that needs to move forward. Individually, we're nothing. We're not Amritaris, not Amritaris, funny like Amr or non-funny, doing magic tricks like Vikram or not doing magic tricks or whatever. We are not tiny, fragmented groups. We are one Khalsa Panth, we are one Sahib Sangat that we have to move together. And that's something I want to share with you guys. I've seen personally, this might not apply at all to you, but I've seen this happen. And I'm sure you guys can relate in some sense, that we have become a fragmented Khalsa. And when I say that, I mean we break up into little groups depending on how much we follow Sikhi, right? Amritaris might hang out with Amritaris. And I'm not saying this always happens. Maybe you go to a Gurdwara or you're in a community where it does mix up. But more than often, you have Amritaris with Amritaris, and you have people who are not that religious on their own, right? And you guys would agree that we kind of shun down the people who don't follow Sikhi, the people who turn their backs on Sikhi. It should be completely the other way around. We should give them that much love that they feel, oh my God, I have done such a not nice thing by turning my back to Sikhi. We should make them realize that a Gursikh is having love at all single moments, every single time, irrespective, because the Gursikh is immersed with Guru Sahib. The Gursikh is not caring what people do. The Gursikh has so much pyar for Guru Sahib that it radiates everywhere. What Vikram said, right? So today, I ask everyone to take that step to move forward, to make one day with Sahib Sangat, whether you're religious, whether you're not, whether you keep your faith, whether you don't, whether you must come to Kirtan night, whether you don't, whatever. Take one group. Can you guys do that? Okay, when Guru Gobind Singh created Khalsa Panth, it was a loud Khalsa Panth that roared like a lion. You guys are like tiny little baby cats or whatever. Can you guys take one step towards making a unified Khalsa Panth?
Yes!
See, that's it right there. I don't know about you guys, but I felt a goosebump down my spine.
Can we not hesitate when someone gives a jakara? This is a roar of a Khalsa. We don't need to care or worry about what anyone else thinks. If he gives such a loud roar jakara, we need to respond with that same enthusiasm. Can we do that again?
Also, it would be nice if we do a jakara instead of clapping. That's what I mean. Usually, if you do a presentation, like Sikhi wise, they don't really clap, they just do a jakara. That's what I mean, I would like you.
Can you do it again? One more time? I'm not good enough for Amar Jakara now, so I'm going to up my game. But anyway, coming back to what I said, we need to take that step to making one Khalsa, one Davis, SCA, one group that moves together towards Sangat. All your speakers that you heard right now, they said Sangat was of key importance in my advancement in Sikhi. Sangat is very important, and the only way we'll get Sangat is if we're one unified group. If we're tiny fragmented groups, there's no Sangat in that. If we're one big Khalsa, I want everybody to feel comfortable to go talk to anybody, irrespective of whether they're Amritari or not. I want you to feel comfortable to come ask me anything and not feel intimidated by the fact that I might be more religious or by the fact that you might be more religious than me. I want there to be that mutual connection because we are Gursikhs. I want that my senior year, when I come out of silo, someone in G sees me and yells Fateh so loud that the Unitron driver gets confused as to what the hell is happening. I want Fatehs to be heard all over campus so people get confused. Who are these guys with turbans yelling Fateh all the time? How do they have such a strong bond with each other? How do they have to convey the message?
So I don't know if you guys noticed, but like during the beginning of the school year, they have rush, right? And you'll see like fraternities, like I used to live on Frat Row where the Kalahi house is, right? And I was always, me and my roommates always heard like they're chanting, they're like whatever, nade if you want to call them, right? And I was thinking, I'm like, wow, like they're a fraternity, right? Whether it's like community or like whatever, whatever kind of thing they focus on, they're so strong, right? We can have the same thing, not that we're saying our fraternity, sorority or anything, but you know, like Guru Sahib made us that much stronger, that much powerful, that, so, you know, like the Jagara thing, you know, like you guys don't hesitate because Guru Sahib gave that to you, you know, so be proud of that. You know, don't be like, you know, don't worry, who cares, you know? If they can do it, why can't we do it, you know? Now Guru Sahib be doing it, learning something but you, right?
So why am I standing up here telling you guys this, right? And a comment up in class, the food is getting cold, we will, and I don't want to get as soon as I can. But why did we even start this right now? What's the point of having this, right? Okay, let me start this way. What I'm gonna have is when I say 1, 2, 3, go, each one of you inhale, okay? And hold it. Can you guys do that? Yeah, no. I'll say 1, 2, 3, and go. And then inhale and hold. Don't breathe out. Everybody got it? Everybody can do that? Yeah? Right, 1, 2, 3, go. Now, this breath, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sahib had Sakhi. I was going to go on to see how long you guys keep that way. So, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj had a Sakhi where someone asked him, how long do you think you're going to live? And he said, the breath that I just took in, I don't know what's going to come out. You guys are lucky that that breath came out, because for any and each one of us, that breath could have been the last. That's a weird mindset, that's a tricky mindset, that's a mindset that might offend you people, but that could very well be the last breath you ever take. And that's the only way you will move towards Sikhi, if you realize that your life is finite. It's not necessary that we're going to graduate, it's not necessary that we will live to be 50, it's not necessary that we will live to retire. That's a really depressing viewpoint, and I'm sorry to offend anybody, but that's the truth. We don't control life and death, Guru Sahib does. And it's in Guru Sahib's hand when he chooses to end our life and when he doesn't. So know that your life can end any second. And if I told you your life was going to end tonight, I don't want to put anyone on the spot here, but if I told you today was the last night of your life, ever, and that's it, the rapture is going to happen tonight. If I told you that this is it, that this is the end of your life, I'm sure some of you would want to do something religious. Maybe do similar, maybe go to Gurdwara, maybe have a party, maybe do whatever, right? But the thing is, there's no waiting. There's no saying that the next breath is going to come. There's no saying that the next day is going to come. If we don't start now, we're not going to start later. If we don't start now, we're not going to start when we graduate. If we don't start now, we're not going to start when we retire. If we don't start now, we're never going to start. We have to start now. And I will go into this further, but it's tiny steps. I'm not saying go out and become an Amritari or something. Take something tiny. Maybe do 2 minutes of simran every single day. It's 2 minutes. It's a small commitment, but it's hard. You'll see it's hard as hell to do 2 minutes of simran every single day. So this is the Shabad I would like to share. If any of you have a chance, please go ahead and read Saloknallah Nawa. That's the last part of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And it is amazing. Like, I remember the first time I read it, I was literally in tears because I couldn't believe the truth. How it was so direct. It completely hit me. Right? So let's do it.
Sarnapo yo hideo leo jaratan jeep kohana lipaj harmuna o the jata hagi.
So Guru Sahib is telling you this directly right now. That life is finite. It can come any second. Maut doesn't knock on the door. Hey, knock, knock, be ready? Okay, I'll come back 5 days later. I'm going to be ready. And you know, they say, who's the person that takes you, who kills you. He doesn't have ears. So when he's dragging you, if you're like, oh man, I donated $1 million to Red Cross, please let me go. Oh man, please help me. I killed the guy who was doing blah, 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 please help me. He's not going to listen because he can't hear it. The only thing that's going to go with you is how much simran you've done, how much bhakti you've done, and how much of a good city you've been. And please, don't get me wrong. In no way am I saying is one lifestyle right and the other lifestyle wrong. I'm just trying to share with you what I've learned and what I've seen in my time as a Muslim. Or I'm trying to do. Now there's the second part to that Shabad. I mean, it pretty much doesn't get more literal than that. Guru Sahib is like, what more does he need to say? Like it anything. That might be weird, that might be offensive, that might be strange, but that's the truth. We can't gamble with time. We can't play that game, oh man, I'll wait until I have time. I'll wait until it feels right. I'll wait until my soul says go. Because your soul will never say go. You keep waiting. And there's one stuff, time's running out. I just want to share this stuff with you guys. So there was a blind man in a room with 84 doors. Okay? So the room had, I don't know, there's a lot of doors for the room. I don't know what the room is. But that room had 84 doors. And out of the 84, 83 were closed. Only one was open. Right? And the poor blind person had, on top of being blind, he only had one hand that was right. The other hand had got damaged. So he is confused how to get out, right? Can't see. Probability of landing on the open door is pretty low. So there's another person in the room, and he said, you know what? Put your hand against the wall like this, and slowly tiptoe across the entire room. Every door that's closed, you feel it. When you reach the door that's open, your hand will go out. You feel the air. You feel that the fact that the door is open, right? Seems like a pretty logical idea. And the blind person was really happy with the whole thank you, right? He puts his hand against the door, slowly starts tiptoeing, right? Goes around, and he's going really slow because he does not want to miss the door that's open. He's tiptoeing across the room, and he's getting really close to the one door that's open, right? And now this one door that's open, a fly comes and sits on his head. I don't know about you guys, but I don't like animals on my head, so when they come, I try to shoo them away. Some people might scream, some people might, I don't know what you guys do, but my hand goes toward that part of the body and shoo the animal away. And that's what this blind person did. But unfortunately, in this process, he skipped the door that's open. By the time he places his hand back on the wall, the open door is gone. He's back to the place where the door was closed. And he continued walking, and he doesn't realize the fact that he missed that open door. Right? Now, we are that blind person. We are that person who is given the chance, who is told the fact that you have one door that's open. You have one chance, go slowly, keep steady, keep faith, do simran, and you'll get there. But Maya gets there, Kam gets there, Krodh gets there, Lobh gets there, Moh gets there, and we put our hand away, and we continue and we keep walking around. We are told that one door is open. You can only attain liberation in the human form. You can't do Simran as a cow or as a goat. The only time you can do Simran, the only time you can remember Guru Sahib is this human form. So please let's not waste it. After having been told this so many times, after having been given this information so many times, I think we owe it to at least try it at the least. So then when the end comes, and you know what, if it didn't work, we at least tried it. We at least gave it your best shot. And one last thing, I read an article once, and it was a beautiful article, and they said, you guys must have heard about 1699 and Worskhop and Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, yeah, you guys are familiar with, you guys already speaking English already, yes?
Yes.
So, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj during Worskhop asked for 5 heads. He said, no fun till right? Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj might not be there right now, sitting there. Actually, Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is in this room. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj is here. But Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj might not be in an audible voice asking, I need 5 heads. But every single day, he asks that question. He asked that question, I want 5 heads, I want 5 verses, I want 5 Singhs who will not fall prey to 5 evils. I want 5 Singhs who will glorify Sikhi. I want 5 Singhs who will stay close to Sikhi. Right? And it's up to us whether we're going to answer the call or not. And take small changes. I'm not saying do anything big. Right? Do 2 minutes of Simran, do 1 Tawbah Sajpad. Take small steps. And you will see your life change. You will see your life. I want every one of you one day to be up talking about how Sikhi has changed in your life. And that doesn't necessarily mean suddenly, bam, you're going to the star tomorrow. Just something how you know Sikhi has become a closer part of you. And as part of this small change, there's this shabad, Amir referred to it, where it says, Guru Sahib, you take 1 step towards Guru Sahib will be 1,000 towards you. Just 1 tiny, teeny step. Just a little bit of effort, and Guru Sahib will come thousands of miles towards you. Let's take that step right now. Let's feel everything that people have said is true. Let's realize it for ourselves that Guru Sahib is here. Let's realize it for ourselves that this is not some myth. Let's realize it for ourselves that Guru Sahib is here, and if we take that step, Guru Sahib will come back further. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to turn all the lights off and we're going to do 2 minutes of simran. And let's feel the love, let's feel the pyar, let's feel the fact that this change is possible. Let's take that small step today.